Making, must, work. Exploring passive voice. Hello, English learners. Today, we are going to delve into an exciting grammar topic, the passive voice with the modal verb, must. But before we jump into that, let's first understand what passive voice is all about. In English, we have two voices, active voice and passive voice. Active voice is when the subject of the sentence is doing the action. For example, John must clean the room. Passive voice, on the other hand, is when the subject of the sentence is being acted upon. The focus shifts from the doer to the receiver of the action. For instance, the room must be cleaned by John. Notice that in the passive voice, the subject, the room, is the receiver of the action, and the person who performs the action, John, is optional and typically comes at the end of the sentence. You might be wondering why we would even need the passive voice if we can express the same ideas using the active voice. The answer is that passive voice allows us to shift the focus or emphasis in a sentence. When we want to emphasize the action itself or the receiver of the action, rather than the doer, we use the passive voice. Sometimes, we use it when the doer is unknown or irrelevant to the context. The modal verb, must, signifies obligation or necessity. In the passive voice, must is used to convey an action that should be done to the subject. For example, the book must be read by tomorrow. In this case, the action of reading the book is what's essential. To wrap up, passive voice can be a powerful tool in English, especially when used with modal verbs like must. It lets us shift focus from the doer of the action to the action itself or the receiver of the action. In our next video, we will delve deeper into how to correctly use must in the passive voice. Until then, happy learning, and remember, practice makes perfect.